Hey Zoers! This is a tutorial for how to place the path on the Paradisian Conservatory. I definitely made that harder for myself by calling it that. So first, we'll just go into a sandbox and we'll make a new one. Eeny meeny miny mo. I always like tropical. We'll go tropical. Oceania? Sure, let's do that. Paradisian Conservatory. Oh, it doesn't fit! Alright, we'll just say Conservatory Tutorial. Tutoria. Okay, well. Tutoria. It works! So I've been working on this project for a while. Kind of in and out. I'd come back to it, I'd add something new, and then I'd leave for a little bit, and then I'd come back and I'd work on it again. And it has gotten just absolutely massive. But part of it is that the path, part of the reason for this video anyway, is that the path is just a little bit tricky. So we're gonna go into blueprints. Mondo, not Mondo. There it is. So yeah, as you can see already, like this thing is pretty darn big. So just kind of zooming out a little bit here, let you see this. Like it's got a pretty big footprint. Now the front is actually this side right here. So we've got our little signs and you can see it says like see me, don't see me. So that'll kind of help out with getting it placed in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead and I will place, I'll probably just face it directly to the front here just to get it started. So the best way that I found to place this is to initially have vertical snap on. So you can see down in this corner here, vertical snap. But I noticed that one of the things that happens is it'll kind of jolt a little bit downwards and it messes up the actual vertical snap. And I'm not sure why that happens. And so you'll see like when I decide to press shift in order to bring it down, it'll kind of jump a little bit. Or is it not going to because I'm in tropical? It might not do it because I'm in a tropical one. No, I think it did it. I didn't see it, but you can see like that's too low, that's too high, and that technically should be good, but we need to actually go down just a little bit further in order to get it perfectly flat on the ground. So now I'm going to turn off vertical snap now that I've gotten it down that far. It will come out a little bit here. And the other thing that I will do is I will drop the widget speed control all the way down. So we want 0.4. Now it'll be a little bit tricky and it's going to take a little bit to get it, but we want that red bar in front of see me to be gone. But we do want to see if we can get it to go. Let me try something here. So the words to the left of the exclamation point, we should be able to see the words but not the signs that go with them. There it is! That's exactly where it needs to be. So I'm going to go ahead and place. So you should be able to see the words but not the signs. You'll see the green but you won't see any of that red sign that was beneath it. This is the way to get it to be exactly perfect on the ground, like perfectly flat. And the reason that that will make a difference is because of placing the paths for something like the gift shop. So we have this lovely gift shop, but it is a little bit finicky sometimes with the pathing. Now I'm not sure, and you'll be able to kind of play around with it a little bit and see if maybe like if it was a little bit higher, if it really would screw it up. But that is how it was meant to be. Now, for placing the path, I'm just going to go ahead and choose a tree bark path just because I like it. And then we're going to go align to grid and we're going to select the group. So it is in a whole group. But then you can see like we're actually like underground with that path. Well, we don't want to be underground, so we are going to bring it up until it's level with the rest of the building. Now everything that was placed in this like conservatory in this greenhouse was placed on the same grid. The only one that's a little bit more finicky with it is the new souvenir shop. It seems to extend out of the grid just slightly even when it's placed on the grid, but I can show you kind of some tricks to deal with that. So we're just going to go ahead and start placing. And it is a little hard to see because there is flooring above it, so you have to kind of get to know what, you know, what the interface looks like when you are ready to like place a path versus like where you've already placed a path. So we're just going to start off by plotting out this main floor down here. And then one thing to note also is that if you are going to be placing bins, ATMs, donation bins, picnic tables, benches, those all have to be placed after you've placed the path. And that's just because of the nature of the items themselves. Alright, so we've got that part all kind of plotted out. I'm just going to come scoot over here down into this nice little alleyway. But I'm going to actually avoid doing this section right here. And I'll show you why in a minute here. We're going to skip that one. We're going to go ahead and do this one. I think, yeah, and this one too. So we'll do that one. And then we will come over here. Do these other ones right here behind the counter. Go along the wall. And you can go all the way out to this doorway over here. And then you can grab the two in front of the bathroom. Go up to the door, but don't extend. And then we'll polish off the ones in here. And if it doesn't automatically connect to the exhibits, you can manually connect to it after we've placed all the grid path. So we're just placing like the main squares for now. We'll come back over here. And we'll just start on this. We're getting lucky, and today it is connecting to all of them absolutely beautifully. Alright, then we'll work our way back. And then I'm going to change that because I like the tree bark path for inside the exhibit there. Now this is that spot that I was telling you that's a little bit finicky about what it likes to do. So you can see here, like I will be able to do this one right here, but this one, if I try and click right in front of the gift shop, even though it's on the same grid, it'll say obstructed. So we will have to come back to that, which is perfectly fine. Let's finish up this back side over here. Polish that off. Run the road down the center. Perfect. We're gonna do this one. Oh, it's just connecting so nice. And you'll see also that I am avoiding putting onto this other colored floor. Now this other colored floor over here is for the staff, and so I'm not going to put guest paths over here. And then you'll also notice that I skipped this corner. So we've got, I can actually show you if we deselect the grid, get out of the pathing menu. If I were to actually show you here, we're just going to delete these just so I can show you. We've skipped that corner because what we want to do is when we go into the path, we want to say align to grid but take off the square edges, and we're gonna want this curved. So it's gonna end up looking like this, and the reason for that is if we exit out of this really quickly and go into negative impact. So you can see here that the negative impact from the wind turbine extends into this little corner over here, but if we curve that path instead of keeping it square, which, you know, the guests don't need it square anyway, then we avoid having the guests go into that little negative area. So I'm going to undo here just so I can put my floors back. And we're going to go back to the grid here and put that in rounded. And then we'll go back to the square edges because I think we still had a couple over here. No, I think we might have finished. I think that's it for the main floor. Alright, so then let's deselect grid again. Now, one thing that I will do over here, so you'll want to make sure that you're at the shortest width. So in my case, I have it set to feet, and so it says 13 feet, but the slider down here for width is all the way down. And then you'll see it kind of snaps to this the little corners here and highlights them. That's what we want. So we want to click once, and then it will allow us to extend outward. So we're going to do that once. And then we're going to hold down Shift. And Shift allows us to like get away from this little connection over here. We're going to hold down Shift. And then when you've got the nice little highlights again, do it one more time. And it wants to connect. So we'll come back to that because it wants to do some funky business. Now, one thing that I will do over here is I'm going to just extend the, or try to. Why is it being weird all of a sudden? Huh. You know, I have never had that happen before. Let's just say from group. Will it let me go from group? There we go. So we're just going to extend 2 out, and that just gives us a little bit more wiggle room over here. So we're going to deselect again. And kind of like over in this hallway that we have, we're going to get that to snap into the little highlighted corners. You can see like I'll move, but it snaps into one where it doesn't move quite as much. That's the one we want. But then we're going to tap U twice, and that sends it up as a stairs. We'll do that 3 times, and then press J twice to bring it back down to level, and put 1 piece. Then we're going to go back to our grid. So we're going to say align to grid, and we're going to grab that 4-meter path piece that is on the 2nd level. So we don't want this lower one because that's not going to be the right height. We want this top one. And at that point, you can start adding in the upper level. And again, you can choose whichever you want. So I chose the tree bark because I like the railing that comes with it, which I did forget to mention that as well. If you don't have railings turned on for elevated, you'll want to go over into the gear and turn railing on elevated to on. But yeah, I like this railing a little better than some of the other ones. I thought it fit kind of nicely with the whole like greenhouse conservatory feel, so we're going with that one. But if you like a different one, you can obviously choose whichever one you want. You're not really going to see the ground, and so it's mostly just up to what you want the railing to look like, because we have the flooring in here. And you just kind of work your way around, send it all the way back here to the bathroom. Now, right here, what we're going to do is we're going to do 1, and then we're going to actually deselect. We're going to extend once, and then press U twice to turn it into stairs. and then press J twice to connect up to this building. Now this is a staff building, so what we're then going to want to do is switch to staff paths and just work over it. And it's only 2, so it shouldn't cost you that much for not having it deleted. Then you'll come back to the grid, back to the guest path, and polish up the rest of that around here. And the reason that I did it that way is because sometimes when you have this area, it'll kind of mess up this like upper curve if you already have this area done. So I do this area afterward. And we have our nice little dining area. Now the funny thing about this is this hole in the ceiling, and this cracks me up, but this hole in the ceiling has to be a hole, but I didn't like having just a hole in the roof. So it has to be a hole because directly below here, you can kind of get a peek at it, is a solar panel. And this, I laughed for about 5 minutes straight when I found out that you can cover the solar panel with pretty much everything else. But if you put an actual piece of roof, even if it's a glass roof, the solar panel will not work anymore because it says blocked by shelter. So we're actually going to come down here and I'll show you that. So that's through this lovely little door right in here. We've got our nice little solar panel, and you can see it's operational, even though it has rocks and plants and all sorts of stuff hovering over the top of it. It still works. But if I had none of that and I just put a glass roof, it would not work. While we're down here, we're actually going to go ahead and take the staff path, and we're going to extend, once again, we're snapping to that lovely little corners thing. We're actually just going to connect it straight. You don't need to do any stairs or anything, we're just going to connect it directly. I'm not sure why that didn't do a staff path, but there you go. And so that just makes sure that they can access this. I did try having it be like, you know, stairs with, I'm pretty sure that's connected. You know what? Let me undo that for a second. I just want to make sure. So we're going to actually come off of this. No, yeah, it connects perfectly. I don't know why it does a guest path first, but it does. So, and then we just want to make sure that that's actually connected. It's a strange little area, and I'm not really sure what goes on with that, but it works, and sometimes you just have to trust that it works and walk away from it. So we'll go back to the guest path. We're just going to make sure that these are connected. And then we're going to come back over to this lovely piece. So first of all, we are going to... I can't remember if I did... I think, you know what? I think what I did is I went like this, and then I deselected, and I curved that inward, and then came over here, and I went like that, and connected that direction. And then you connect to that, and then like that, and then like that. So it's a little weird over here, and there's not much that I can do about that one. It's just based on how the souvenir shop works, and so I'll just delete the path or the flooring here just to let you see. I actually messed that up too. It's weird, and you might have to just kind of play with that area specifically. That might be the toughest area out of all of them, but the goal is to get it connected without too much of these like little gaps hanging out in between. So I'm not really sure what happened with that. back it up. I think we did that first and then come over and you know, it's a weird spot, and I will be honest with you, it's caused me a lot of pain. I think we might just take that curved and then take that curved. They don't really need to be walking directly in front of it anyway. Oh, but then see, then you get this nice little spot where it's like, oh, well, you can connect to that. That's okay. Come back. Where'd it go? There. It's touchy. It is so touchy, and there isn't really anything that we can do about that one. It's just unfortunate. See, it's not actually connected right there. It's the worst spot. It really is. It's just absolutely the worst spot. Let's go back in here and actually see what this looks like. This looks like it's probably the weirdest pathing that I have done. Oh, that's not bad though. It's only got 2 little gaps. That's okay. You know, I'll take it. People can get in and out, and that's really all that matters on that one. Let's come back over here and finish the main floor, but with the staff pathing. So we're going to go into paths, go into staff. We're going to align to that same grid that we were already on, but this time we are doing staff. Now I don't want to do this one, because if I do this one, it'll mess up our little corner. So we're going to skip that for right now. We're going to come back here, we'll do that. This is another tricky spot, but it's not nearly as bad as around the souvenir shop. So we're going to come over here. And then we're going to connect from this side to that door. But we're going to ignore these back ones for now. We're going to come around to the other side here, and we're going to connect to this door. And you can connect up until the wall, but save that spot right there in between the door and the lantern. Save that spot so we don't have that spot. You can see it turns blue because it's not filled in and can be filled in. Save that spot for last. We're going to come back to it. Now we've got 2 staircases over here, so we're going to do kind of like we did over on the other side, which we do have to go back to and finish the other staircase. You deselect the grid, you snap to those little corners, you go in once, press up twice, and then go up and then down. And once you have one of them placed on once you have one of them placed up here on the top floor, then you'll want to align to the grid again and make sure to grab that top piece. And of course now it's being weird again. Let's go out and back in here. There we go. Now I don't put any path on the little slats here, we just leave that. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, what? That's fine. And it's okay to jump too, because it's all in the same grid, so it'll all kind of work out. And you don't have to worry about connecting immediately, but sometimes it'll be nice and it'll connect it. And you'll be able to tell whether it's connected. If the railing crosses it, then it's not connected. And if it doesn't cross it, then you've successfully connected. Then we're going to deselect and we're going to actually force those to connect. Excuse me. This one's kind of weird too. Sometimes you have to do one side before you do the other, which is fine. It doesn't take that long. So with that done, then we're going to come down here and do kind of the same thing. Whoa, sorry. Kind of the same thing. Get me in the building there. So we're going to extend. Did I get? I don't think I got this one. So we're gonna. No, I did. I did get that one. So deselect. So we'll go 1 and we'll go up, up. Twice. Wrong button. Down, down. It's being weird. It's being weird. Sometimes pathing is just like the worst thing ever. There it is. So that is our connection. And this one does curve and that's fine. It's okay. The only way to get it to not curve is if you do this and then not add the extra, which you can do if you want to, like, cosmetically make it so that it's not curved in that corner. If you want it to be like a perfect squared off corner, that's up to you. It doesn't bother me one way or another, but I do think like this extra little like path, so that's how it looks without it versus with it. Like you can see like the concrete from underneath. So personally, I'm just gonna leave it curved. All right, so we are connected, got both staircases. Now that those are done, we're going to come back down here, and you remember that spot where I said we're going to come back to it, like leave it alone? We're going to say connect, or excuse me, we're going to say align to grid, and we're going to connect it. The reason that this path has to be connected last is because we have a path overhead, and so sometimes it'll be really touchy and it'll tell you that you can't have a path there because there's a path overhead, even though it works just fine. But if you do it this way, it'll let you do it. All right. Moving on. We're going to deselect. We are done with the staff pathing over here. Oh no, actually I am incorrect. I eat my words. We are not done. We do not want to align to grid for this one. We just want to grab those corners again and just connect. That way we have access to the wind turbine, but we didn't screw up that little curved corner that we set up over here. So this is the guest paths that have a nice little curve right here, and then the staff path will connect straight to the wind turbine. I think that is pretty much it on the main floor. Let me just check this spot right here. I think we might have to add a little bit. So we'll go into guest paths. We're not going to align. We're just going to connect up to that lady. Yeah, I never quite understood the path over here. These little benches that aren't like a full booth are a little strange, because it's almost like they act like they are in like a full booth, even though they're a little table, and so you can't like connect straight to it. I don't know. They're unusual, but that's our little information booth. Now back over here, we wanted to fix this spot because now that we've got the rest of this placed over here, now it'll let me do what I wanted to do, which was to just simply place a nice rounded piece right there. And so looking underneath here to just show you what these look like, we've got straight in, but then these stop right there with a nice little curve. And the reason for that is because sometimes the AI for the guests will have them just clipping through the wall to get to the stairs instead of coming all the way around. And I found that this significantly reduces the amount of clipping through the wall. I am not really sure why they do that. It's like, that's the stairs, there's no path underneath it, and you can see like there's no path underneath here, and like that wasn't part of it, that wasn't connected to it, but you still jumped through the wall to get up the stairs. Well, I don't know. Kind of bizarre. And now that we're done with that, we're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing with this one that we did with the other side, and we'll just finish our staircase here. So we're going to do that, and then press J twice. See if it'll actually let me. Might not let me connect. So we're going to take from here. Get in a better position here. I saw it do it. There it is. Bam. Polish off that. Oh, and we do actually have to finish connecting to that, and to that, and to the bathroom. So there we go. We've got a restroom. We've got a smoothie shop. We've got an ice cream shop. We've got a staff room. We've got a nice dining area. We've got a double staircase that goes down to the main floor. We've got more tables down here. It's looking pretty good. Let me just make sure. This one is a little funny too. So if you see blue like this, indicating that it's not connected, then it's not connected. Go ahead and click that as well. I think we have our paths completely placed. So a couple things we're going to check now. We want to make sure that the tables are linked. So it should link all 20 nearby tables. So we've got 6 down here on the floor, and then we've got 14 up here on the second floor. Now there is extra space up here so that you can place other tables. So I'm going to go ahead and go into facilities. We're going to go into bins, benches, and security. We're going to go into benches first, and we're going to come over here. And I'm just going to place a couple benches over here. Yep, some of you get to sit with a plant in your face. Deal with it. You can place wherever you feel like there might be a need for some benches, some trash cans, whatever you feel you need. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to place a few of these. We're going to go into bins, and we're going to place a bin there. I'm going to place... Actually, I'm going to place a bench by the bathroom too, because you know how sometimes people go and they'll, you know, they're with their family, and so some of them need the bathroom, but the others don't, so it gives them some place to sit. So we'll do that. I'm going to place another bin here. I think we'll place one right there. We'll do one on the other side, just to try and help keep our zoo clean, you know? Another one there. I think we'll do a third one right there. We're going to do... Let's go into picnic benches. I think we're going to do... Do we want conservation? I kind of want a round one, so I think we're going to do the New World one. It's got that nice brown. Kind of works with the plant theme, you know. You got the wood and the plants, so you got brown and green, and we're just gonna place one in between these two. I think we'll turn. We'll just place that here. And of course you can be as picky as you want. This is just a demonstration, so we're just kind of plopping some benches and some picnic tables down. Like that. We're gonna do... I wonder if we can fit 3 in there, or if that's too much. I think we might just do 2. We're gonna actually pull this one over. And if you find that you don't like the floor, you are more than welcome to delete the floor, obviously. It does do kind of a funky thing where it looks like the guest's feet have disappeared into the floor. And that's just because the path is lower down than the floor itself. But I find it doesn't really bother me that much. You know, they're walking around doing their thing anyway. We're gonna do another bench. Another picnic table right there. There's still plenty of walking room. I think I might just do one more there. And you can move these tables if you don't like my layout. You can move them around. You know, you just have to go into the group and pick them out and then move them around. I think we might need just a couple more bins up here because you know how people are with their food. So we're just gonna put one right here in between those tables. And then we're gonna put another one over here. I'm actually gonna add a couple more benches too. So we're just gonna do one. Yeah, I don't know. Dealer's choice, really. Like, I think we'll move that down. Move it down a little bit. Come back and place the benches. We're gonna start on this side though. Leave that nice corner. Not really sure why they can't snap right next to each other. You know, it says obstructed, but I don't really know why. Like, and even if you turn off position snap, it still tries to snap to it. But that's okay. Yeah, for all you people watchers who love to watch other people eat. Now you can sit on the massive row of benches and watch other people eat. I think that should be good for up here. Let's head on downstairs. So, we need some bins down here. You dirty, dirty people. We're just going to place one behind there. We're going to place one right on top of the cooler here. It's fine. No one will notice. And then we'll place a third one right over here. And we will place one. Don't really want to put one over there. That might be good. Don't really want to put one by all of that. They can walk to dump their trash, I think. Just my opinion. Now we're going to switch over to guest facilities, finance, and we're going to plop some ATMs. So this is the fun part because these really don't want to like stay nice and straight for me. Not sure how I did it the first time. I got them to go super straight the first time. I think what I did... You know what I did? I think what I did is I had initially placed on the grid, and then I had the problem with them clipping through the wall, but I had already placed the ATMs. So, okay. We're gonna do some off-the-cuff kind of troubleshooting here. So we're going to delete that and that, and we're just going to say align to grid, and we're going to get them square for now, and then get these lovely ATMs into their home. So we have a nice little row of ATMs, and I'm actually going to change the colors because, you know, you can, and it's fun that way. We're going to go black. I think I did dark green. Did I do dark green? I kind of like the dark green. I think we'll go with dark green. And then the light color is blue. I think we'll leave it. Yeah, blue is fine. And then we'll just say duplicate. And place the rest of the row here. And so I kind of made like a little ATM stall, you know, for privacy reasons, you know? Like, I don't know about you, I don't really want people looking over my shoulder when I'm in, you know, pulling money out of an ATM. Now we'll go back into the paths and we will actually delete those back out of here. These two. And then put them back in the way that I wanted them. There. And so you can see that, you know, the path is there. They can get to it, but this way they're nice and straight along the walls. Which is the way that I wanted them to be. There, that'll show you there perfectly. So you've got your nice little curve. They can get to it. They can actually get it to it if it's off of the path a little bit, and so this doesn't harm them at all. But we've got our lovely little row of ATMs. Look at that. And color themed. You can always change them too, so if you wanted to like change it. Because we've got like kind of a black and white and green theme up here. Maybe we want to change this to like a black. Maybe we'll do that. Whoops. We'll just change them to black, I think. Goes along with our wall right behind it. It's all unified with the same colors. And last one. Apply. Alright, so we've got our rows of ATMs. We've got some trash bins down here by the dining area. Tables are linked. Let's get some benches and stuff down here. So, back to the benches. We're going to make sure to put one right by the bathrooms again. So we want to make sure that they have somewhere to sit. And we're going to put a trash bin. So I've noticed one thing about Planet Zoo, and that's that the guests will sometimes go to grab their food, and then they'll bring it into the restroom with them. It is the strangest thing ever. You wouldn't catch me bringing that into the restroom with me. Ugh, gross. Absolutely nasty. So we're going to place a trash bin on either side here. And then come back in and we're going to place some benches. See if we can fit 2 in here without snapping. Oh, perfect. There we go. So we got 4 benches and 2 trash bins. Then we're going to, I think, maybe put some benches outside of here. So we're going to go ahead and place one right there. One right here. One right here. And one right over here. I think we'll do a second one over here. Just because we can. And then we will also actually place a trash bin over here, if we can, maybe? Not gonna let us? Not gonna let us. Let me try deleting this first and placing the trash bin. Nope, okay. Delete both of them and put the trash bin where I want it first. And then come back and put the benches in. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll come over here. We'll do it on this side as well. We're going to take this and we're going to put a bench right there. A bench right here. A bench right here. And you don't get a bench over there. Yeah, no bench for you over there. I don't think they need one over there anyway. But I will put a trash bin right here. And then I will also place one right next to the pole here. Actually, you know what? We'll just do the pole one. We don't need one by the bench. And while we're at it, because we know the staff don't like to throw their stuff away either, we will place a couple trash bins for them. We're gonna go ahead and just put one right over here. I think we'll put it up in that corner. And we'll do another one just in the corner here. And I think we'll do one. Right in the corner here. Let's go upstairs. We'll put... I don't know if I really want it right there, but... There's not really a good spot up here. Yeah, I think we'll just do... like along this area right here. I don't really go up into that little corner anyway. So go like that. Just some extra trash cans. I know we were done up here, but I think I'll put another trash can up here anyway. There. Alright, back down to here. Alright, so let's go switch back to guest facilities. We're going to go to donation box. So we're going to be sneaky and we're going to put a donation box right by the ATMs. Because nothing like taking their money from them right away after they pull it out. And again, we're going to change some colors. I think we will go with that bright green. Not bright green, black and white, maybe? And just kind of keep the same sort of... Nah, I don't like that. That is gross! I don't like that at all. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's do a dark green. We'll save the white on the icons. And we'll change the background. No. We're gonna switch those two. So we're gonna go green on that one, light green on that one, dark green on that one. I like the dark green on the like upper piece, I think. Yeah. Alright. So we'll take that. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna do a donation bin next to the bench instead. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna do a donation bin. Where do we want to put this? There, I think. Oh, it's a nice spot. And then we'll do another one right here. Do we want to tuck it into, do we want to tuck it into the wall there, or do we want to... Let's move this first. We'll tuck it into the wall, but we're going to not have it be so far into the wall. So let's come back and copy that again. There. Thunk! And then... What, right next to... I mean, we don't want to be, like, excessive with it, you know? But at the same time, like, we want plenty of opportunities for them to donate. think we'll actually just put one right there. Sort of looks a little out of place, but it's up to you. You can put them wherever you want them. Now, since we have all of our exhibit species over here, I'm not going to place as many out here in like the dining area. We're just going to kind of keep it tucked away. I'm actually going to put this right here. Yeah, I think I'll put it like right there. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. That's the fun part about Planet Zoo, though. You get to kind of be choosy about where you decide to put stuff. Actually, I like it right there. I think I'm gonna put it right there. You get to be picky about where you want stuff, you know, facing and where you want it to sit, and maybe we need another one over here. We haven't really got any. Let's do another one. Can we put it somewhere over here where it's not going to be in the way? Right in between? I think that's a good spot. Like, we've got 3 on that side, 3 on that side. I think that'll be good. Now, these exhibits are empty unless you put something in it, but since I had something in them, they are kind of like set up. But you don't have to put the same species that I did. I just, you know, picked some stuff and threw them in there. You definitely don't have to do that. And I think in your own zoo, you will actually have to make sure to research everything before it goes in there. I'm in a sandbox, and so what happens in sandbox is everything is already researched. And so, like, these are the ones that I've had from my other franchise zoos. Or no, yeah, they legitimately just researched everything. Like, it's solid research across the board. And so you don't have to actually research anything before doing it in sandbox mode. But if you are in a franchise mode, or, you know, a different mode other than sandbox, then you'll have to make sure to research in order to get all of the like extras that are placed in here. So yeah, let's take a look. I think we've placed all of that. You know, we can place maybe some like educational talking points, for instance. And so you can like place those wherever you want them. I think I had one in here in my other sandbox when I was making this. Like, I'd put it like right here, because you could set it up to where they handle one of the exhibit species. So a lot of the exhibit species, they're actually able to like hold in their hands when they're doing the talk and everything. I think I also put a couple into here because I put butterflies into the one closest to the exhibits, and then I put bats into the one closest to the glass wall. And so you could have little talks, and I could put like the points in this center area instead of like the main exhibit path, and it was still close enough that they could interact with it. But yeah, this is a nice little like walkthrough exhibit that I set up to be like a butterfly garden. You see, you've got your little honeycomb feeders and, you know, all of that. So it was butterflies in here, and then I had bats over here. I think I actually had the spectacled flying fox over here, and so they'd be flying around and diving around through there. So that's super fun. You, of course, can put whatever species you want. If you put a species and it does change the wall, you can just change the wall back to, go into customize and change the wall back to none. I just did none for the the wall, ceiling, floor, door. They don't leave the area of the walkthrough exhibit anyway, and so this way it looks more open and kind of tricks the eye a little bit for the user, which I think is fun. So yeah, we've got that. Now if we just come back out here, oh, we don't have any species in here, but let's grab a species. We'll just go into exhibit training here. We'll grab some blue morphos. So we're just gonna grab some morphos. Oops, I know why that didn't work. I was in the wrong spot. So for morpho, we're just going to adopt these four. Of course, I gotta get some keepers and stuff, so we're just gonna put the butterflies in there. We're gonna come into here, we're gonna go staff. We have our vendors, we're gonna hire a keeper. We're going to hire a caretaker. And a mechanic. And security. And a veterinarian. And we'll grab an educator too, why not? Then we gotta go out and connect this to the main door. Let's get some people in here. Ugh, I don't like that with it aligned to grid. I like straight lines. I'm sorry. Just go like that. Just to get it going. And then I will go ahead and delete these. And then hit play. Let's watch the people arrive. So we've got a nice little waterfall. You know? Whoops. Nice waterfall. We've got some plants. We've got... Oh, what's going on? There are multiple educational items. Too far away. Oh. Yeah, deal with it. It says they're too far away, and that's because I don't actually have any species in those. They're empty. Yeah. Deal with it, buddy. It's fine. You're not gonna die from it. I promise. Who's this guy and why is he waving at everybody? You're really doing... This guy is doing an educational talk right in the doorway. He's like, welcome, welcome. Let me feed your brain with some facts. I love it. I love it. I love it. I didn't notice that before. I didn't recall it doing that, but it looks like the railing kind of goes into the wall. Yeah, you've got your informational. And look, people are already coming to see the pitiful amount of butterflies that we have. If we click on that, we'll go, and there you go. Look at the beautiful butterfly. Oh, beautiful butterfly. Yeah. Anyway, you can have a lot of fun with it. Oh, it looks like this one's having issues though. So one of the bugs that I've noticed happens sometimes with this is the vendors will get lost. And I thought we solved this issue, but she's still doing it. And you can sometimes fix it by like by deleting the desk and then putting the desk back in. So go, can construction, and then we'll go souvenir. And hopefully they fix this. But, or not construction, facilities and then souvenir. Would help if I did all of them. So you take this and then select the group. I don't know what I'm listening to in the background there, but it's being kind of picky. Not sure what's going on with this thing. And here I thought I fixed it. That's okay. Oh, I guess that's like the radio inside the shop. Sure. Oh, I know what's going on. I need world access. Well, let's try that for now. We'll see if she still gets stuck. I'm not sure. If you're having trouble with the souvenir shop, you can always cut that part off of the building, I suppose. I really don't know why it decided to have issues. Because last time I had the desk over here, and they would get lost trying to find it, and I would have to come in here and I'd have to place the desk again and like move it so that they could see it directly from the doorway. But now they're just kind of being a pain again. We'll see. We'll see if she ends up being a problem. But yeah. Are people upset because they only have a couple butterflies? It is connected, right? Is this not connected to the... Looks like it's connected. Like I said, that area is probably the worst part out of the whole thing. Let's speed this up. Let's see if people actually go into here, or if we have to try this again. We might have to try it again. Which is a shame, because it's so beautiful. So I really worked hard on making sure... Yeah, people aren't going in there. On making sure that this like little gift shop was like the most gorgeous little gift shop that you could ever find. And if you go into like nighttime here, I haven't shown you that yet either. So nighttime there's lots of lights and stuff around, and so you've got this lovely, you know, lit up little gift shop. If you come out here, you've got the glowing mushrooms. And you've got glowing trees, and so it's just kind of mystical, magical. Then you come over here and like the statues have some lovely lighting as well. We've got lots of lighting going on. Anywhere there's plants, pretty much. We've got all sorts of lighting. So if we go upstairs... Went too far. Go upstairs, you've got all this kind of lighting around here. We've got that lit up. We've got... Kind of makes me laugh because it looks like the plants are escaping their little enclosure here. We've got all the lights down here in the dining area. This nice kind of ambient mood going on there. We've got this beautiful lighting in here. Yeah. One thing that you can try, so I haven't tried this, but or I haven't tried this in this video yet, I guess. If the souvenir shop is having issues, you can delete the floor and delete the desk. And then go back into facilities, grab the souvenir shop floor, turn it once, select the group, and then make sure like you're on. So it'll be kind of tough to like get it to go in, but if you're on it from the outside, you can press Control and just shift it over and then place it. And then you just come in here, you delete the 2 empty shelves that come with it, grab the desk and do an advanced move, switch to world access, and then turn angle snap on so that it will only go so far. Otherwise it'll be really tough to kind of tweak, but this way you can actually make sure that it stays straight. And then switch back to the translate, move it to the left, and then slide it back in. This might be because this is turned down. We'll turn that back up to 1 for the widget control. So go like that, and we'll kind of nudge it back into place here. And then up. And then forward just a little bit. It's still kind of messy, isn't it? I might have to fix that and update the file. Yeah, keep updated, like keep an eye out on that one, because I will probably end up kind of tweaking that on my own and seeing what I can do to fix that. But something's going on with this, and I'm not really sure what. Now let's see if people make it into the gift shop. Let's try again. Let's get some guests into the gift shop, please. Maybe it's just because I don't have anything except for except for 4 butterflies. Let's do the flying fox. Pew, pew, pew! Look at them go! Look at them go! Yeah, yeah. Maybe we messed up with the path. I mean, I thought we connected it. We wait with bated breath. Hey, look at that! We got people to go in! Ta-da! Fantastic. I might have just been impatient earlier about people not going in, but hey. If it does have issues, I guess that is one solution that you can do, is just kind of like replace the floor. And obviously it connected, otherwise that wouldn't have worked. It's interesting. Because it doesn't look like it's connected. It doesn't look like it's connected. It's not connected. How did that work? How did they go in? Oh my goodness. How ridiculous can it possibly get? Oh, so funny. Just go like that. I don't know how they went in. It seems like we found just like a little glitch in order to get those folks to walk in because it was not connected. See, because now if I go and I click on that, like now it's connected. No idea how we did that. How on earth did we manage that? I have no idea. So yeah, it'll get a lot more busy once you actually have like all the exhibits are filled and all that kind of stuff. But you've got all the different shops, you got a couple toilets. People are funny. They're like, I'm browsing the shop, and they'll stand by the door. And you can actually go and you can pop their balloons. This is so mean, but you can just go up to them. Here, come back. Come back. Come back. I want to pop your balloon. And then if you click on them, they go, someone popped my balloon. My balloon popped. Oh, tough cakes. Is this connected? Is this working? We're hemorrhaging money. Why are we hemorrhaging money? Select nearest. Confirm. It's open. Radio is enabled. Oh. Are people actually going to the restaurant? Why is nobody getting any food? Weird. I have never had that happen before. Well, that's Planet Zoo for you anyway. You always have just a couple things that just sort of go wrong. Where things just don't quite work out the way that they were supposed to. See, look at this. They're bringing food into the restroom. That's so nasty. That's so nasty. Don't be doing that. That's gross. Not sure why no one is going to the restaurant. This job is a snooze fest, she says. Yeah, well, you know, I'm wasting money because nobody's going in here. It's usually people go directly in there. I'm not really sure what's going on here. This has never been an issue before. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. We'll just go like this for now and see if we can at least get somebody into it. Can we at least get somebody to go into the restaurant? Oh, people are floating down the stairs. Well, it was working before their update. I'm not sure. You know, I might have to do some testing because I think with the update that just came out with the Barnyard Animal Pack, that things might have changed on here. Maybe that's why it's being so problematic for me. Because she's getting lost again too. I'm gonna have to do some testing. But yeah, that's it for now. Good luck. I will take a look, do some testing, and do an update, and I'll probably run this video again. But this will at least get you started with it. Feel free to play around with it. Feel free to adjust anything. Leave some comments if you figure out what changed with the update for why it is being worse than it ever was. I'm not really sure. Because I could, let me just take a look here. So if I stop and we'll just save this for now. If we go in and load my greenhouse test sandbox, we should be able to see it working as smoothly as it was, like, you know, when I first made it and everything. Because I thoroughly tested it out before I posted it up onto Steam Workshop. So let's see if this is still working after the update, or if they changed it. So if they changed it, I might have to do quite a bit more testing to make sure that this is actually going to run okay. Yeah, this is working fine. See, they're going into the restaurant. Popping up at the tables. I'm in kind of a night mode over here, but popping up at the tables, dining, going to the different little food shops. Come down here. We've got spectacled flying foxes. And we've got butterflies. And then we've got all the different exhibits are full. So we've all got species in there. Wow, busy over here. Look at all these. Look at all these people. Oh. Someone got lost in the someone got lost in the gift shop, apparently. We're stuck! We're stuck! Help, help, help! That happens sometimes too, I'm not really sure why. This is working just fine, so I don't get it. If you've ever watched my streams, we like to make fun of his little rar, because they'll do it, the educators will do that for every species regardless if they roar or not. But yeah, look at this, like the gift shop's working just fine. And the desk isn't all wonky. However, I managed to do that. It wasn't wonky at all. I'll have to do some testing. We're gonna have to try and figure out what it is exactly that caused it to be so problematic when I was placing it to begin with. But it's working. One thing I absolutely love is how you'll hear the echo in here when people are talking. Ooh, lovely music. Where's their water? Oh, it does have water. everything's working fine, so I'm not really sure why it wasn't working in the other one. You can still take most of the advice. I would probably, you know, place it however you think is best as far as like when you first lower it to the ground. They might have fixed the vertical snap, and maybe that's the issue is I did vertical snap and then tweaked it, and maybe they fixed it and you only have to do vertical snap now. We'll find out. I'll keep playing around with it. I will do an update if I have to. But for now, yeah, it should at least function. But if you have any issues, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what specifically you were having an issue with. Like, were you having an issue with the same thing I was having an issue with? Or did you find something else problematic with it? And I will do my best to figure it out and fix it. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.